So it makes you grow in terms of self-development, self-awareness, actualization, how you view the world. You will never be challenged and made to grow than being in this environment.
Smobby!
Dream day got me on.
Starzy.
Oh, white family music. I'm going back to where I belong. You're the reason why I'm singing this song. Boy, I did you no wrong, but you broke my heart.
Hi again, guys. We're here for part 2. And again, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, so my name is Dr. Norvishie Arkutu, and I'm a consultant orthodontist who moved back to Ghana around 6 to 7 years ago to start my own business.
Yes, and your business is thriving now, so I'm really excited to hear more about how you did that.
Let's go for it.
Let's go.
Truth of the matter is that the opportunities that there are here, you will never ever get in the West.
No.
Because it's been realized and it's already been done.
Yeah.
On a week-to-week basis, my mind comes up with at least 3 or 4, business ideas. and
Wow, I love that. I love that. Yes.
And really, the goal is just to do something and to do it well. And it is about that. It's about doing it well. And whatever you do, if you do it well, because your standards from where you're coming from should be significantly higher, will always be a success. However, the Ghanaians are extremely adaptive. They are extremely good at emulating. So you have to keep changing things.
Okay.
Because you come and you do something amazing. Within 9 months, everybody has copied it.
Okay.
To the same color, the same font, the same...
I didn't even realize. Oh my goodness.
And we joke about the roasted groundnut,
Okay.
Analogy, where there are certain roads in Accra where every 10 meters there's somebody selling roasted.
Yes, next to each other.
Next to each other. Yes, and that's what happens. Somebody comes and decides that they're going to do roasted garnet, and people see that the business is thriving. The next person doesn't think, oh, let me do coconut. No, they're going to do the same
Exact
roasted.
same thing next to each other.
Same thing. There's this thing about, I don't like the word copy, and I like the word emulator.
Emulating is good. Plagiarism works.
Well,
Emulated.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
It's the greatest form of flattery.
I like the positive spin because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
They're emulating each other.
Exactly. And so you do need to keep reinventing. And so for that reason, it's extremely important that you keep your contacts. So I will often go to the UK and now US, and I'll just go and spend a day even with people that I trained. So some of my trainees who are now running practices, I'll be like, oh, can I come and spend the day with you? And I'll just go into that atmosphere and just be looking at the way that they are talking to clients and what they are doing that I can then bring back.
Oh, amazing.
So keeping those contacts to always enable you to be at the cutting edge of what's actually going on becomes extremely important. But customer service is the buzzword. You know, just do it very, very well, and be really, really mindful about customer service.
Amazing.
Because that's one of the things that's really, really lacking here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, so with living day-to-day life now, and you've said about the positive, which is the joy that Ghana brings, how do you keep into that? How have you adapted into that lifestyle now?
So every returnee tries to build a bubble around them. So you have your generator or your solar power for electricity.
Yes,
You have your water tank for your water. You have your, and you try and build this bubble around yourself, but you can't live in that bubble.
Okay.
Because, okay, so today, for example, I left my bubble, and then you go through the tunnel, and the traffic lights are not working. So you had your generator on, but now and the traffic lights aren't working. So you've now broken that actual bubble.
Yeah.
So you create the bubble around yourself, and you start to figure out what actually works for you. At some stage, you become more accepting. And the word is accepting. So most businesses do not really work on a Friday.
I've noticed.
Just like I've noticed.
I thought that was just, because I've started to treat Fridays like a Saturday for some reason, because things don't get done.
Things don't get done. Because
Okay.
people are buried on a Friday.
Oh.
Now it's becoming less and less, but there is the notion of even dress down Friday or Ghana wear
Yes.
Friday. So everything's significantly more laid back. The traffic
Is not laid back. The traffic is
traffic
serious.
on a Friday is hideous. So actually, if you're going to work from Mondays to Fridays, you're working a 4.5 day week.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself and try and get a whole day done. Yeah. So after the first 2 years, we then shifted. So we now close at 1 o'clock on a Friday. And then the afternoon is for maintenance.
Okay.
So they need to come and test the generator and paint and da-da-da-da. Because the stress of trying to get even your clients to you when they're stuck in traffic.
Wow. So that's adapting
Extra.
on a whole new level.
And you have to.
Good
So
advice.
now your whole business model has to change, because you're not working 5 days. You're working 4
4.5
and a half days.
days.
You're working 4.5 days. You know, and that's what I'm talking about, adapting. You know?
Yeah.
And there are certain things that I never thought about. So every time any of your employees, family relative passes away, you're expected to make a funeral contribution.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I used to find those sorts of things so stressful in year 1, year 2. And when I'm talking about adapting, now it's in our employee handbook.
Wow.
And it's a percentage of your monthly salary.
Wow.
So whereas before, I didn't know what to give, how much to give, it's
laid out clearly.
It's laid out
And you've
clearly.
adapted it to the culture.
You've adapted it to the
Something I wouldn't even have thought about.
you are expected to. And you know, and even if a very wealthy friend of yours, you know, relative passes away, you're expected to give an envelope. It's part of the culture. It's not
Okay.
about it's not about them needing the money.
It's part of the culture.
It's part of the culture.
I'm learning as you're talking. So let me go buy some envelopes when I finish this, because I didn't realize.
Exactly. So when I'm talking about adapting, it's literally those things, you know, and it's about making it work for you.
Yeah.
You know, we will never, you know, if you're going to go into business and work, we will never understand the journey from home to work. Some of my employees leave home at 5:15
Wow.
to be at the practice for 7:30.
Wow.
And they changed 3 cars.
Yeah.
And my standard says you need to be there at 7:30, you know, and that I will not shift on. But then what then happens is that at the interview and the recruitment process, you make that very clear.
Okay.
And you say, you will be here at 7. If you don't think you can be here, don't take the job because you will lose the job.
Brilliant.
You see, but it's that mindfulness, whereas before, I just thought everybody lived an hour away. You know? And then you're like,
only,
oh,
yeah.
they're coming 3 hours away. And then when we're talking about adapting,
Wow.
if they are in Churchill for 3 hours, etc., what state are they going to arrive in at work? You know, are they going to have been perspiring? Are they, you know, imagine in 2020 with like Corona, are you now
that's
going to,
true.
are you now going to say, let them all shower before the day starts, etc. So you have to be adaptable, and that's how you make it past that. But it's also extremely important to keep your values, you know. And one of the things that I always say is that before I came to Ghana, if somebody had asked me whether I was a good person, I would have said, yeah, I'm a good person. Now that I'm in Ghana, if you ask me whether I'm a good person, I'll say, hell, I am a good person. And there's a difference. When you're in the West, you have to go out of your way to be bad.
Yeah.
Because the rules are there.
Yeah.
You know what the rules are. It's easier to fall within the rules.
Yes.
So you consciously have to make the effort to be bad.
To break the rule. Yes.
In Ghana, you consciously have to make the effort to be good.
Wow.
But it builds your integral strength and your integral muscles. And things that you never thought about, you are now faced with and are having to make an ethical decision about it, literally every day.
Yeah.
So it makes you grow in terms of self-development, self-awareness, actualization, how you view the world. You will never be challenged and made to grow than being in this environment.
That's powerful.
You never.
And it's not everyone that's ready for that.
Yeah.
In fact, there's very few that are called to that.
If you make it, the growth that you have, you will never have even had that opportunity to realize the person that you are.
Wow.
You know, so some of my friends, and I have amazing friends. I have amazing friends, and you know, I always say when I laugh here, I laugh, and when I cry, oh, I cry. And so they're like emotions, whereas I feel like when I can only talk about myself, you know, when I was in the UK, etc. Emotions were very, whereas they're like this.
Yes.
Because when something goes wrong, it goes really, really wrong. Here it's about people, you know. One of the things that my sister-in-law taught me, and sometimes it's just conversations and then they like stick in your mind. You know, I was very known for, I wasn't hostile, I was very respectful, but I was the person who drove out to the estate and always acknowledged.
Yeah.
But I never stopped to have conversations, and she came to visit me once and they didn't even know my actual name.
Wow.
Until she said, oh, the one who drives this, and they're like, oh, that one, she always just does this, so we don't know her. And what my sister-in-law said to me is, hey, do you realize that those people are your 911? They are your ambulance, they are your security, they are your fire engine. They are so the way that you interact with them better change. And it's true.
It's true.
The security that opens your gate, they know everything.
You want to be their best friend.
If your house is burning, who is going to react?
Yeah.
They better have your phone number
Yeah.
to be able to call you.
Yeah.
If you're sending somebody up to take something out of your apartment, you better call them. You know, if your house is flooding, they're going to be the one that actually help.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, the relationships that you have with people are deeper.
Yes.
And they're deeper out of necessity.
Yes. Absolutely.
They're deeper out of necessity.
Yeah.
And you'll never have that sort of relationship elsewhere because all of the services are there to protect you.
Protect you.
But now you're protecting each other on a humanistic way.
It's true. A good friend of our family walked me around my estate, and he said, make sure you know people and they see you and you know them, because if there's any problems, they're the ones that will look out for you. Yeah. People in the shops that you see every day, and great advice, because they really do keep an eye out for me.
Yeah. Yes.
So thank you so much. I should say thank you,
worries.
Doctor. So thank you. And guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.